Editing Rachel and Charlotte here. I forgot to film an intro, so enjoy this soft glam tutorial. Okay, first I'm going to start with my Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer in the shade Coconut Flakes because I do not want to waste my eye primer. I always start with eyes, you guys know this. And I have pink staining from a look I did today, so I'm just gonna blend it in with my little beauty blender. Then I'm gonna use these little e.l.f. eye tapes to give me more of a winged out guideline. But I'm gonna cut them in half because they're relatively long and I don't need as much as they give me. And I have probably leftover mascara everywhere, so you're just gonna want to deal with that because I don't know what to tell you, I'm not doing my full skincare routine before I do a makeup tutorial at night. Absolutely not. God damn. Those are even enough. They're not perfect, but yeah, I'm going to be using the Soft Glam palette because it's a Soft Glam video and that's how we do things. So I'm going to take this little Morphe M513 blending brush. I'm going to mix the shade Burnt Orange and Tempera, the lighter shade here, just so I can kind of start out very slowly. I don't want to add too much definition because this is going to be soft. So I'm just going to take it from outer corner into the inner corner. We've got just a hint of color on our eyes. I'm going to go into the shade Rustic, and I'm going to mix it with the shade Burnt Orange. Just a touch of Burnt Orange, but mostly Rustic. And I'm going to take that mostly on the outer corner and blend it like right into the outer crease. I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush, go over all of that, blend it clear up to the brow bone just so we don't have any, harsh lines, none of that. And then on that same blending brush I was using earlier, I'm going to take the shades Cypress Umber and Rustic, mostly Cypress Umber, just a little bit of Rustic. I'm just doing this so I don't make it too dark too quick because I'm not a soft person, I kind of go hard. So I'm just going to put that same spot we put the last combo in, but kind of blend it into the middle of the eye. And then just taking a mix of the shade Burnt Orange and Orange Soda and blending out the edges. Then I'm just gonna remove the eye tapes because I don't need them any longer. Assess what's going on. This one's definitely higher, but we'll just make this one higher with concealer. And I'm just gonna take like a more dense blending brush and take the shade Tempera, that original like light kind of bone colored shade, and pat that onto my lid. Just meshing the edges. And for my little base here, I'm real quick going to go in with the Cover FX Gripping Primer. Just like I'm actually kind of running low on this, which is weird because I feel like I haven't used it very much, but whatever. Just like a little dollop amount and rubbing that in between my fingers to let it warm up, and then just kind of rolling it into the skin. I find that if I rub sometimes it doesn't always go well. Kind of like rolling it in rather than like swirling it. Sticky. I'm going to go in with my Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation in the shade 42. I'm going to take one pump to start and apply it with my hands because soft glam, you know? I'm going to take 2 pumps, one more pump, do a little bit on the forehead. Ooh, look at all that brow gel, just clean it up. My self-tan is also very uneven on my arms for reasons unknown. We're just going to pretend like that's not the case. Then I'm going to take my Kokie Be Bright Concealer in the shade Medium Beige and put that on my under eyes. This is a pretty light coverage radiant concealer. Well, more like medium coverage. It's kind of like a Fit Me kind of vibe. So I'm just going to add not too much, but a decent amount of that. I'm sorry, I have a mirror down here, so I'm just using it for reference. Just blending it out with my little beauty blender. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin palette. This one's in medium to deep, which is, they're on crack if they think deep skin tones can use this. I'm going to take a mix of these 2 contour shades on my finger. I'm going to blend it out with a sponge, but I never do that, so we'll see if it works okay. I'm just going to apply it like that. Then I'm going to take the little butt of my beauty blender to blend it out. I only ever blend this out with the brush, so I'm just gonna see how it goes because I'm not entirely sure if this formula works okay with the sponge or not. It's kind of an odd formula, but I also bought it at TJ Maxx, so it may be expired. But I like it a lot actually, even though it's kind of finicky. Oh, it worked great with a sponge. There's that done. I'm just going to keep my arms like this. Nobody can look at me ever again. And for my powder bronzer, I'm going to use the same Naked Skin palette. I'm going to take a mix of the 2 shades on the end here on a little dual fiber brush. We'll see how this goes. I've never done this either. But these are hella pigmented, so you really have to like brush off the excess. Very few times have I tried a bronzer contour this pigmented, so. Uh-oh. 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 Overboard. Mayday. Mayday. We need a sponge. All right. For future reference, that's a no. But a sponge cleans it right back up. It's just a little bit too pigmented for a dual fiber brush, but I like it as more of a contour because you can actually just like, you know, contour with it. For my blush and highlight, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I'm going to do highlighter first. I don't use powder highlight anymore, but I'm just going to keep trying to use it. I'm kind of a cream highlight kind of bitch right now, but I'm going to take this little glow from here. This is intense as hell, so I'm going to blend it out really, really well. But it is one of the prettiest like glittery highlights ever. It's just really, really intense, and that's not what I go for right now. I mean, I go for it a little bit, but just intense with a cream highlighter. For blush, I'm going to mix the 2 cream shades in here, the cream blush and the cream glow. And bounce that onto my cheeks. I like to bring my blush all the way up, but I'm going to use a little bit more minimal than I've been using lately. I've been using a lot of blush, and this is a soft look, so I'm going to keep her soft. Then lower lashes is going to take no effort. I'm just taking this little Urban Decay brush and the shade Rustic. which was the like medium brown we used, and smoke that under the lower left. There's silver on this brush. I just put silver on my hand. Oops. But yeah, smoke it out with some silver glitter for an extra spicy look, you know? But for my inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Glistening, which is right next to Tempera. Is it Tempera or Tempera? I don't know. But Glistening is kind of the most subtle shimmer in the palette. ABH has really stepped up their shimmer game, for being completely honest. I mean, their shimmers have always been good, but like not like how good they are now. Like next level shimmers. You see, I don't like that crap. Okay, so my camera died. It's about to die again, so I'm gonna talk fast. This I put on some 25mm lashes. I don't care if it's soft glam. I still like my giant lashes, so that's all. My lip color is the Colourpop Lip Liner in BFF3. It's just a brown. The Pixi Liquid Lip in Bare Beauty, and the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in Tease. So before the camera dies, sorry for my arm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.